Hello everyone. So as in the last video, we were covering the topic of loops, uh, and we have studied the purpose of using loops, and we have just done its definition, its uses, and all. And basically, I provided you an idea on how these loops work. We have just known that there are three types of basic, like three, they are distinguished into three types, that are for, while loop, and do while loop. We have done for loop properly, and then the range function also in that is used in that we have done all that also for the for loop. And from this one we are going to start the loop, while loop, sorry. So its syntax will be first put write while, then write condition you want to apply there, then the statement. Okay, like example is count one till we have to find till count one. Okay, so while count is less than or equal to 5, print count is equal to count plus 1. This one means this we have studied in previous lectures, that this is a like shortcut for writing count is equals to count plus 1, so it is a short form for that. So this is how it is working. Now let me just open a online compiler for us to try on that. While forgot, count is greater than equal to 5. Count print count count plus equal to 1. Count is, we should be putting some spaces here. Oh, first we need to specify, like over there it was written like count equal to 1. See, it should be less than equal to 5. So so it is just taking all the values like that, starting from 1 and taking all the way till 5. And the next one coming here is infinite loop. What is an infinite loop? Loop, you know that something running out in a loop. An infinite is one that is never going to end. Some a loop that has no end. You just specify not even starting, but it is working, and it is never going to end. That is known as infinite loop. A loop that never ends. While true, print Python. Always ensure a while loop has a condition that eventually becomes false, or include a way to exit the loop, such as break, to avoid an infinite loop. So here is a note given related to infinite loop only. That says that always ensure, we need to ensure that the while loop is having a condition that is going to come out as false at some point. It means that you need to be certain that at some point that is going to come out as false and it is going to end there. Otherwise, if it is not going to come out as false at any point, then it must have something, some way to exit out of that loop, to come out of that loop, like such as break. Break is a type, like break is used for coming out of a loop, for breaking out a loop, to avoid an infinite loop. We don't want an infinite loop, so the loop is always going to run. It has no end, and that is not right. We need some end, and for end, we, if that thing is not in while loop, that like for loop, we know that it is going to run for a certain amount of times. That is why for loop is for used. Like for loop is only used whenever you know that how many times it is going to be used. But while loop is not like that. In while loop, you will not know that how many times it is going to run. While loop is going to run till it comes out as false. You know the end of it. But if it is not, while loop is not coming out as false, then you need to make something like break to end that. Loop control statements. So for controlling the loops, there are some statements. We need to keep the loop in our control, and for that these statements are used. What are these statements? The break, complete, pass. Break is stops the loop immediately. It is going to stop the loop right there immediately. Okay. Second is continue. Skips the current iteration. It is going to skip the current iteration and then it's going to continue later. Again, the pass, placeholder that does nothing. This is going to do nothing. It is going to pass and let it pass and do nothing about it. It is kind of going to skip. So we are going to try this one. Okay, this one. For I in range 10, if I equal to 5, break and I. So this is the rule basically. So it is starting with a for loop, that is I in range 10. Okay. So we just wrote this till range 10. Okay. You just put it, now you know that it is going to come till 90. If it is going to start from 0, it is going to range till 10 times. So it is going to count till 9. So it is going to be like that. But in between that, you remember that you only wanted it till 5. Okay. So here you put a condition. If I is coming out equal to as 5, then break, like stop it there immediately, print I, then it is going to print only I till I here, break after breaking it. Okay. For the continue one, it is going to skip the current iteration. So let us try this one. See, here you wrote that if I comes out to be equal to 5, then it is going to continue, means it is going to skip 5 and then continue. In the output you can see the 5 is not there, but rest everyone is there till 9. Okay, so it is skipped 5 and wrote all of the others like that only normally. Okay, so next is pass. For I in range 5, let us just try it here by writing in the place of continue. It did nothing, it just passed it. Let us try it the similar way it was written in our example. So I told you what nested loops are. I just gave you an idea about nested loops. So now we are going to do that in detail. What are nested loops? So just like we did the control statements like if else and all conditional statements now. We did conditional statements in that if else statements were used, and if you wanted to put some multiple conditions like you put you wanted to put one condition after another condition, like if that condition is met, then apply this one condition, like that. We did some examples also about it, so I hope that it is pretty clear to you all. So just like that, if you're using one condition and the another condition, then that is known as nested conditional. So similarly, if you are using one loop under another loop, that is going to be known as nested loops. So here, a loop inside another loop is known as nested loop. For I in range 3, for j in range 2, print I comma j. Let us do this. Let us Then you don't have to write it from here under for. You have to write it after the indentation. Only then it is considered that it is inside the for, and it is nested. For j in range 4, print I comma j. 4243. For one should be, wow, see, it's a long thing. It is covering everything that is going to come inside that. So this is it about nested loops. So here is a difference thing for you all to understand. What is the difference between for loop and while loop? So for loop is like number of iterations is known. You know that how many times it is going to run. But in while loop it can even go to infinite. You don't even know if it is going to go to infinite or not. So for loop the number of iterations are known. For while loop number of iterations are unknown. We do not know that how many times it is going to run. And for loop is easier to read. You can like for loop is like easier to understand also as it is very small. The syntax is very small. On the range thing is used inside it. Only you need to understand that thing. Rest everything is very easy. And while loop is more flexible. While loop while loop you can just like use it till anywhere and just use break to end that thing. So while loop is more flexible to write and all. And for loops are going to use sequence and conditions. Sequence and conditions are used in while loop as you are writing the codes. The syntax includes sequence and ranges. And whereas in while loop it is going to use conditions. You include conditions over there that let I be greater than 5 or less than 5 or something like that. You put conditions over there. In for loop less chances of infinite loop are there. So where there are very less chances for infinite loop. It can run anywhere. Very less chances of the loop to be infinite. It is going to end at some point, as you already know the number of iterations. As in the first point only it is given that the number of iterations is known. So there are very less chances of infinite loop. If you already know that how many times it is going to run, then how can it ever be like infinite? Okay, but in while loop you are not certain about how many times it is going to run. Infinite loop possible if condition never changes. If the condition is never going to change and remain the same no matter whatever input you provide, it can just go to it can just be infinite. And when it is infinite you need to just end it somehow by using statements like break, continue or pass. Okay. So here are some applications, real life examples like where the loops are used in our life. So in ATM software, it is very used in ATM software, like how it is working from inside. It is all works. It is using loops inside. In several games, it is used. It is applied in several games. Password checking also it is used in that. Data analysis. In analyzing the data, it is used as you are providing the condition and all. You only want to meet let the condition meet like that. So this is used in password checking, data analysis, robotics. It is used in robotics also, automation, mobile applications, lots of apps that we use. It uses this loops in it. Okay, and AI programs. Several AI programs use loops in them. Okay, and so here we are having some examples that we can run and check how they are working, and we can just you can also try it on your from your end to know if it is like working right way or not. if you are getting it or not. You can just see the question, let's say number 1 to 10, and then just take the ranging. So if this is the starting range, this is the ending range. This is always exclusive. This is always inclusive. That it is not going to include 11, but a number smaller than that. The number coming before that, it is going to include that, but it is going to include the starting one. Print I. Let us do this. We just put the starting point 1, then ending point. Let us take something else 21, and then print uh, print uh, so it just counted all the way to 20 starting from 1. Okay, so next program, print even numbers. So this was starting, this was ending, and this was stepping, that how many numbers we want them to skip. So let us take something else over here. Let us take 0 only, and let us take this as 11, and then comma 2. See, all the even numbers from starting from 0 ending till 10 are ranged over here. Printing odd numbers. Let us do this also. Let us write it till maybe 9. Okay, and start it from 1. See, 1, 3, 5, 7. Odd numbers are given. The first one is run small programs, like this one line or two line programs only, that is helping you to understand the logic. Logic is the main thing that you are going to use in the coding and all. If you understand the logic, writing code is not such difficult thing to do. When you understand, I need to understand the logic, and if you are starting from small codes and then you are building it on your own, then it is very fun and easy. Multiplication of table. Multiplication table. So first we are going to take a number, and then we are going to take integer inputs, and then we are going to write a number. Okay, I in range 1 comma 11. Okay, so we ranged I here. So it is going to first print number, then write x. Here x is meaning your multiplication sign. Then I, whatever the number I is going to. Like, why is it written till 11? Because it is going to start the table, that multiplication table from 1, and it is going to 10. Like, you do 1 twos are 1 2 sorry, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, like that. So it is going to move to 10. So that's why it is changed like this. Then it is going to write this number. Like, here the number will be like you want to write the table of 2, so it is going to write here 2 cross ones are equal to this, equal to is going to print as it is. The number is multiplied by I. This is how you can write a multiplication table. Let us write it. First take the number input, integer input, table of, let us write this. Okay, so for I in range 1, starting from 1 and ending till 11. Now you put this. Okay, and then you have to write print then number, Number is going to print as it is, comma. Now you want to write the multiplication sign, that is cross, then comma. I is going to print here, comma, equal to. Now number is multiplied by I. That is how you can write a table of any number that you want. You want to write the table of, let's suppose, 12. In the output you wrote here. Now it just wrote the table of 12. See, 12 ones are 12, 12 twos are 24. Like everything is written over here. You only need to write this much of code and you can find out table of anything. You can even find table of 36 or 99 or any number that you want. Like I wrote 36 over here. And you got the table of 36 like that. Okay. So now let us move to our next example. Sum of first n natural numbers. Like, do you used to get this question in your maths, like in 6th, 7th grade or something? Okay, and so it is a really easy way to learn your first n natural number like this. So first you are going to take the input. Then we are going to write this total thing. Then for I in range 1, comma n plus 1. Then total is going to be like total is equals to total plus I, like that. It is going to come out here. So basically what it is doing is, first it is taking the number. Okay. For I in range, it is starting from I, then going to whatever the number n is going to be, it is going to take it one greater than n, and it is going to just we wrote the table, right? We just wrote here 11 so that it will take the input till 10. That is why whatever number here is going to be here is going to take one greater than that. Okay, and total is going to be like plus I, whatever the I will be, print sum and total. Just write it. Like you took 1 over here, sum equal to 1, and maybe you wrote 45 here. Sum of n natural numbers. Like that. Okay. Factorial of a number. How to find factorial of a number? This is a very common question that was even asked in our exams and all. So this is an important one. How to find the factorial of a number? First, the number is taken. Number input is taken. Okay. Then fact is the short form of factorial. It is going to start from one. You are taking it like this. For I in range 1, comma number plus 1. It is always going to be 1 greater. Then factorial. How to find factorial? Is factorial is equals to factorial multiplied by I. Okay. This is the function for finding like the operation that you use. Then print factorial is equals to fact from here. Okay. So let's write it. Fact is equals to 1 for I in range 1 comma num plus 1 fact multiply equal to 1 I, then print factorial equal to comma I take 3. Oh, here also I took num instead of writing n. Here it is n, so it should be in here. I'll take 3. Factorial of 3 is 6. Alright, let us take for 10. This is the factorial of 10. Now 3, 6, 5, 54. This is the factorial of 54. It is too long. So finding factorial is a very tiring task. So it is going to make that task easier by doing. We can just write a little code and do it further like this. Now Fibonacci series. How to find these using Python code loops. How can you use loops to find this? First is you need to take the input, that how many terms do you want, then specify the starting point of A and B, and then write the range from where it is going to start. Then you are going to print A, then end. Okay, A is equals to A comma B is equals to B comma A plus B. Okay, so let us write this. How many Drones. Alrighty. And you're going to write A is equals to 1, B equals to 0 for I in range and print. What was it? A comma and okay. This I wrote reverse, I guess. Comma and like that. Comma and okay. A comma B equals to B comma A plus B. How many terms do I want? I want 4 terms. Enter 0, 1, and 2. How many terms do I want? I want 6, 5. Oops, this is not. This is how it works. Only 3. Okay. Now further we move to next program, that is prime number check. How to check if a number is prime or not using loops. Okay. So this is pretty long. Okay. See, first you took the input. As always, you took input. And if the number is less than 1 is prime, it is going to be prime. Then print true. Okay. What are prime numbers like? That are not divisible by anything, like uh, it is only divisible by the whole number in 1. That is, if number is less than 1 is prime true. If I in range 2 comma integer number, double star means exponential power, that is power raised to power 0.5 plus 1. If number percentage sign I double equal to 0 is prime, then false break. Then break statement is used over here. If is prime, print prime number, else print not prime. Okay. So you also wrote something extra over here, that if it is coming out as prime, then print prime number. If it is not coming, then not prime, else print not prime. So this was a nested if statement. Okay. And this was the else statement for this one. Alright. So here is a pattern printing thing. In here we can see for this thing is given for I in range. Now you can print some specific pattern. Okay, first you are going to write your rows, that how many rows do you want in your pattern. I want 5 rows. Okay. Now for you can also take the input for the number of rows. Like you know that how to take the input of numbers, right? So just take the input. And for I in range I 1, then rows plus 1 extra. Print star multiply by I. Whatever number I will be, it will be multiplied by that. Let us try it. Let us just take n as the rows. Okay, rows. And then it was like for I in range 1 comma rows. This thing is not. Oops, this thing is not required. For I in range 1 comma rows plus 1 print. This thing is also not. Print star this in here star, then again a star for depicting multiplication, then I. So the caps lock was on, so I. If you run it, then some pattern. How many? Oh, here I need to write the how many rows do I want. Okay, okay, 5. I write 5 here, and because I just write here number of rows in pattern. Okay. If you run it, uh, here I should also write a colon. How many rows do I want in my pattern? In my pattern, I want 4 rows. See, 4 rows are here. Now in my pattern, I want 10 rows. See, and if I let us take a larger number, 30. It is a very long pattern coming out like this, and you need not to type anything again and again. You can only just use this code, and all the pattern will be printed very easily. Now while loop counter, it is a counter that count is going to start from 1. While count is less than equal to 10, print count, then print plus equal to 1. Count count equal to 1. Okay, for I in, was there any I in range? While count was there, no? That's what I was thinking. We are not using file here, for loop here. We are using while loop. While count, we use conditions in while loops as we studied in the difference table. For count less than equal to 10, print count, and then in next line we are going to write count plus equal to 1. Was it the same thing that we wrote? Print count. So this is what is still see it is counting till 10. You want to count till 10 starting from 1. I want to count till 100 starting from 50. So it is going to just count from 50 to 30. Just like you do counting, it is going to write the counting for you like this. Okay. Now in the those things are finished. Like the program examples that were given here, that we run all of them and we tried it on the online compiler and we saw all of them are running properly, and we also understood the logic behind it. Now we are going to see some real life examples where this can actually be used for like real life application. It can be applied. Okay, so see, the first one here is ATM pin attempts. Okay, so first you wrote the right ATM pin over here. And then you wrote for attempt in range 3. Print input enter pin. If pin is equal to correct pin, print access granted and break. Else print card blocked. Otherwise you are going to print the card is blocked in ATM. Did you get it? See, you wrote the correct pin for attempt in range 3. It means that it is not going to give you lots of attempts. Pin, input pin. It is just type it all over there. Correct pin, correct pin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 attempt in range 3. Range 3 for attempt in range 3. Input enter. Okay. Pin input enter pin. Now we are going to, if pin is correct, if pin equal to means is equal, correct pin print access granted and break it. If not, then it is going to come out else print card blocked. Okay. Unvalid syntax in pin. Mm. Here some error is shown when our first line only correct. Oh, like we can't just write the variable name like this. We need to put a underscore over here. Still error is coming. Oh, in line 4 also I need to specify the same pin. So I guess the brake is used outside. Mm-hmm. In line 7. Let us check it again. Brake is after print. Else are in this. Uh, the this one if statement is used under this, like it is nested to the for one. So tab needs to be used here, and print will go in another line. Break will go in another line. Alrighty. Oops. See, here you are getting input enter pin. You are going to enter the pin of your ATM. Okay. And let's suppose I forgot the pin of my ATM and I just wrote it like 9999 and I entered it. It it is not right. Then again came enter. Like I wrote 7878. It didn't work. I wrote 1234. Access granted. And if I wrote all of those four wrong, if I wrote in the first, like it is only going to give us three attempts. And if all the three attempts we are going to write the wrong ATM pin, then it is going to print the card is blocked. Your ATM card will be blocked. It is for like security purposes that how ATM works. And if you just use like if you wrote your first ATM pin right in the first time only, then it is going to access give you the provided access. Okay. So now let's see other one. Online quiz is here, like how you can use it in online quiz attendance system. Mm-hmm. So online quiz score 0. Answer A, C, B. You have written all the right answers over here. Okay. For answer in answers, print checking comma answer. Loops are used to evaluate each answer one by one. It is going to check your answers, all answers, one by one. Here is cart total. So you just bought a lot of things. Prices you have listed over here. You listed all the prices that the certain thing is of 200, 350, 150, 400, whatever. And the total is first you give it to 0. Then for price in price is this thing, in prices is this thing. Total plus equal to price, so it is going to just plus it all, then print total bill, and then it's just going to print it like that. Total. Second, like fourth example is given as attendance system. How attendance system it can be used in attendance systems like students. Names are given Amit, Neha, Riya, Rahul, whatever. For student in students, print student. So it is going to work like that. Print. Let us just take this and copy it there, so that it is a very small thing, no? To understand, I always used to type it all so that you can get it everything, like from line to line. But this is a really small thing, only the typing thing is there, so I can just do it like this. Yeah. So students are the present students. So yeah. Countdown timer. Count five. While count less than, greater than zero, print count. Count minus equal to one, print times up, like this. Password validation. While true, password is equals to input. Enter password. If length of password is less than equal to 8, print password accepted. The length of password should be less than or equal to 8. It should not be greater than 8. So like this thing we have done earlier also, like the length thing, password length thing. So it is just going to let your password be chosen only if it is like greater, less than 8, and print, otherwise print password too short. Password too short. Then weather data, temperatures. Here specified the temperatures. Print temperature. Weather application can process multiple temperature readings using loops. Using loops, it can use like different. Like this can be used in like weather forecasting. You just specify the temperatures and it is going to print the temperature of your place only, like that. Now here are some practice questions that you can use for yourself. Here, like print numbers from 1 to 20. You know that you're going to start, give like for I in range, and then in bracket you are going to write 1, and then at the ending point you are going to write 21. That is how it's going to count it till 20. Okay, so similarly, like for print numbers from 20 to 1, then print even numbers, like you have to use step there. Stop and step thing. Print odd numbers from 1 to 100. You can also use step here. Medium level is print the multiplication table, right? Dot your multiplication table, right? Calculate the factorial of a number. This also we did first, and natural, the Fibonacci series also. And challenging ones. Check whether a number is prime. We did this. Okay, print the following pattern. Want to print this following pattern? So number of rows we are going to write as 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, and write it from 5 to 1. That is a write a program that keeps asking the user for a password until it is. This is what we just did over here. This password one thing. Okay. Now here is a quiz for you all. Which loop is used when the number of iteration is known? For loops, but okay. Which function generates a sequence? Which of these will generate sequence? The range. We use range a lot, right? And which statement exits a loop immediately? Immediately break, right? See, but yeah. Which statement skips the current iteration? Continue. Okay. Yeah. Which loop continues as long as a condition is true? While loop. Yes. Now here is an assignment. Programming tasks are here. If you are done doing all those questions that are given above, you can only do those questions. If you want extra time, then you can try these ones also. These are only going to make you better in all these things. See, print number 1 to 100, like half of the things are similar. Only print multiplication table. For writing any multiplication table, you only have one type of code that we already did. You only need that one code, and you can type you can get output of any table, any multiplication table that you want from any number. Like you can write even a 10 digit number to ask. You can even ask a 10 digit number table from that code only. Some of this code is also the same thing. It is going to be same for every like number. Calculate the factorial of a given number. That is also going to be same. Print the Fibonacci. It is also same. Check whether a number is prime or not. This is also same. And print these patterns. This one is really easy. Okay, this one's and this. Write a program that asks for a password similar one that was given above. Create a countdown timer from 10 to 1 by using a while loop, then display happy coding. Okay, you only have to then print happy coding. That is it. Okay, so this was it about loops. Okay, so I hope that this loops is topic loops was really easy for you all, as it is not that much complicated. We did it all slowly and in depth. We studied everything. Even we did a lot of examples and real life examples, and also how it is, how you can just like use it in real life. All those things were also used over here. So I hope that you really like find this easy. So in next one and next lecture, we are going to be studying about lists. What are lists in Python? Okay, we'll do that. And for further, then we'll be moving on to next topics like tuples and all. And almost all the topics are covered. Not much of it is pending. See, tuple sets and dictionaries will be then done after list. Then functions will be discussed. Then files, exceptions, and modules. That's it about your whole Python course that we are going to be studying. Alright, so this was it for today. Thank you so much for watching my video, and we'll continue in our next lecture. So take care till then. Thank you.